What's going on, everyone? In this video, you're going to be seeing a tutorial created by a student of Colt Steele's The Web Developer Bootcamp. His name is Daryl, and he'll be showing you how to do email verification on Signup. So this tutorial has a prerequisite of my contact form tutorial. If you haven't taken that one yet, just check the description of this video for a link to that tutorial. Once you're done with that one, then you can get started with this one. So thanks a lot, hope you enjoy it, and I'll let Daryl take it from here.
Hey everyone, my name's Daryl and I'm one of the students on the Web Developer Bootcamp, and today I'm going to show you guys how to verify a user's email address using SendGrid. Now if you haven't taken Ian's video tutorial on building out a contact form using SendGrid, please click the link below, take that one first and then come back to this. In his video he'll show you how to set up SendGrid and we can just continue from there. So what this is going to do is when a user registers for an account, it's going to send them an email. They have to verify the email before they can log in. And that makes it kind of helps with spam prevention, with bots and stuff. It's not foolproof, but it does help quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is modify the user's model file. And we're going to add a couple things to it. We're going to add email, set that as a string. Email token, set that as a string. And then is verified, and make that a boolean. And add that last comma. We'll save this. And then what we're going to do next is go into the register.ejs file. And just below the username, we're going to add an email input field. We'll give it a name of email. We don't need an ID, but I'll set a placeholder. And it's the email address. And then we'll set a form control class just to keep everything uniform. Alright, so we're done with that. So now we are going to go into the index file under routes, and we're going to make some changes to this file. The first thing we need to do is we need to bring in crypto. Now, crypto should be, especially with the newer versions of NodeJS, crypto should be a part of NodeJS. If it's not, then just install crypto and you'll be good. So after that's done, we'll save the file real quick. We are going to make this an async function, and then we are going to clean up the new user object because we got to add a few more lines of code to it. So email will be rec.body.email. Email token is going to be, let me see what I've got here. Crypto random bytes. We'll give it a length of 64. Convert it to string as a hexadecimal. And then is verified. We're going to set to false initially. Okay, so the new user object is done. So where it says user register, we're also going to come over here and make this an async function. And then we're going to remove this whole passport authenticate block of code, because we're not going to be logging in the user the moment they register. So what we're going to do now is create a message object. And we're going to build out what the email is going to look like. So we're just going to create a dummy email. So no reply at email.com. 2 we're going to send to the user's email. Subject is going to be, we'll just say Yelp Camp. Verify your email. And then on the text block, we'll use backticks for this one. And the text portion is, it's that way if your browser or if whatever device you're using to check your email, if it doesn't support HTML based emails, you'll still get the text. So what we're going to say is, hello, thanks for registering on our site. Please copy and paste the address below to verify your account. And then rec headers.host. And what this does, instead, when you're working, localhost, if you're doing local development like I am right now, instead of having to type in localhost port 3000 whatever, or if you're on Heroku, whatever your URL is going to be, this will automatically populate your URL field on the form or on the email. So after that, we do / verify email, because that's the route that I'm going to set up. And then we're going to create a query string called token and set that to user.email token. So bring a comma down. We'll do HTML. Backticks again. And it's pretty much going to be verbatim. So we'll set a H1 as hello. And then we'll do a paragraph tag. Registering on our site. And then instead of copy and paste, to verify your account. We'll make this capitalized. So here, we'll set a web link. And then I'm just going to copy this over. Paste it in here. Close that out. Verify your account. Alright, so that sets up the message object. And now with us using async await, we're going to wrap it in a try catch block. So we're going to say await sgmail.send. We're going to call message. And then we're going to say rec.flash success. And thanks for registering. Please check your email to verify your account. And then we'll just send them back to the home page. They'll check their email. They'll verify the account. And then if there's any errors, we'll console log the error, send an error message to the user. Something went wrong. let's see, reply at email.com. And that should be it for the registration portion. Now what we're going to do, email verification route, router.get, verify email. I'm just going to create an arrow function instead of doing it the old way where it's async function. Alright, so again with us using async await, wrap it in the try block. What we're going to do here is we're going to try to find a user with the email token from the query string. And then we're going to do a quick check to see if the user doesn't exist or see if the token doesn't exist. And then we'll just do a rec.flash error. Token is invalid. Please contact us for assistance. Within building up the contact form, we can use that if we have any issues. So please contact us for assistance. We'll just change this one up here in the registration route. And then return res.redirect. We'll do this, send them back to home. And the reason why I'm using return is if you're in an if statement, if something's wrong and if you call return, it stops right there. It doesn't continue running the code because there's no point. Now, if everything goes according to plan, the user's registered, they do have a token, the token does match. Now we can just do user.emailToken equals null. You don't want the token to still be in the database after they verified their account. And then user.is verified equals true. And then await user save. We'll save the user's database. And then we're going to call rec.login and log the user in. And then we'll check for an error. If there is an error, we'll throw the error. So rec.flash success. You know what, let's make it a little more personal. Do backticks here. Welcome to Yelp Camp. So we'll set a redirect URL variable, and it's either A, going to redirect to what it's supposed to. Like if you have it set up in Passport, when they log in, if you have a default route that they go to, it's going to go to that. If there's nothing set up, it's going to just go to the home page. After it's done the redirect, we'll go ahead and remove it. And then we'll send them to the correct URL. We'll check for an error. If there is an error, we'll send it to the console. And you know what? We might as well. I'll just copy this one here. Send that there. We'll go ahead and send them an error message as well. That way we don't want to leave anybody hanging. Tell them to contact us for assistance. That's been saved. Alright. So let's test all this out. Let me see if I have any users in the database. And if I do, I'm going to delete them real quick. So, we'll go to sign up. Alright, it says thanks for registering. Please check your email to verify your account. I'm going to pause the video real quick, pull up my email, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my email pulled up. I got the email from SendGrid. And you click on the account. It runs the check. It verifies it. Everything's good. I'm logged in. And I can check this. I use something called MongoDB Compass. And instead of typing in all the Mongo commands on the terminal, it's just easier to see the data. So right here, I got my username, I've got my email address, I've got the token, I'm now verified, and everything's logged in. Alright, so now that we know that the email verification works, we got the email, we clicked on it, it brought us back, it logged us in, we're good to go. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to create a little piece of middleware that will allow us to check to see if the user is not verified. And what this will do is we'll add it to the login route on the post route. That way, if they're not verified yet and they still try to log in, it's going to throw an error message and tell them to please check their email address. That way they can verify their account. So, middleware object dot is not verified equals async and we will be calling next on this one. So we're going to wrap this in a try catch block again. Let's double check. Nope, it's not up here. So okay, before we go any further, user equals require. Let's go ahead and pull in the user model. And come back down to the bottom. User equals await user dot find one, where username rec dot body dot username and then if user is verified, return next. And if the user is not verified, we'll send the user a little error message that says your account has not been verified. Please check your email to verify your account. And then we're going to add our catch. If there's any other errors, I'm going to add error up here. So we'll send them an error message if it's outside the scope of, finding the user or anything like that. We'll tell them that something went wrong and to contact us for assistance. And then send them back to the home page. And that's that. So what we'll do now is we'll go back into our index.js route up here at the top. Put a comma after is logged in. We'll call is not verified. And down here at the post login, just after the comma, we'll do space, is not verified, another comma, and save it. Now, instead of creating a whole new user and everything, I'm going to open this up real quick. Connect here, change this to false, update it. I'm going to try to log in. It'll throw an error message saying your account has not been verified. Please check your email to continue. I'll come back over here, change this back to true, update it, bring it over here. Let's do this again. We'll try to log in. And if you've taken this tutorial or not, this is for using Stripe. If you haven't, don't worry about it. You won't have this problem. But either way, if you're not verified, you try to log in, it won't let you log in. It'll give you a message. If you are verified, you're allowed. You can log in. You can log out. All right, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.